basically for this fender flare project, what you will be needing is the fender flares, of course. Then to install these are called threaded rivet inserts, or riv nuts. It's a regular insert, but it has threads inside, so then you can run a bolt through it. And here are the bolts that I bought. These are the 1/4. Also need this rivet thread gun. I bought this at Harbor Freight for 20 bucks. None of these stores, hardware stores, kind of have this except Harbor Freight. So it was a pretty good deal. It worked great for me. So that's basically what you will need to get this project done. This is my first time installing fender flares. I've never done this before. Your first step is to kind of just mount the fender flare with tape. You take the fender off, and then you'll see the outline of the tape where kind of the fender is right here, where the fender flare would get put on. And then once you have it all taped, just go ahead and drill through the holes. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. So basically how this rivet works is you would just screw it on here, and then you would just rivet it in, and what it does is these little kind of ridges, they kind of collapse together and then they hold it like that. This is how the car currently sits, with the rivets, the rear rivets and fender flares all mounted together and bolted together. There you go. It's kind of stance there. Still needs a lot of work, fabrication done for the fenders to fit like I want them to, but I think it's gonna look pretty dang mean. So on to the next step. This is probably going to be the most scariest or nerve-wracking part of this whole project, is actually cutting the quarter. So what I went ahead and did was put some tape where approximately I'm going to be doing those cuts. Just going to measure out starting from here, 2 inches all the way up to here, and then I'm just going to do like a fade here. Went ahead and made those marks where exactly I'm going to cut. Right here, just going to do a fade to here. It's not going to be exactly like this. Start from this line and just keep cutting. Alright, so we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so I'm done cutting. What I did was cut the outer layer, because there's basically 2 layers of metal there. So you can see that there. I cut the outer layer, took it completely off. There it is right there. And now I just made a bunch of slits in this inner layer, and now I'm gonna fold it over. Before I fold over these slits here, I'm gonna put right inside there, I'm gonna fill it up with this panel adhesive bonding type thing. I read on the forums there, the guy used it, had no problem. So this is the automotive adhesive that I'm going to be using inside there. Alright, so I'm now done with that part. Everything is kind of filled in there. I'm going to wait for it to dry and then just trim all these pieces down, and then put some more of the adhesive stuff in if necessary when I trim all this down. Just finished cutting those little strips of metal off. Grinded it down just a tad bit there, just so nothing sharp is poking out. Now all I need to do is sand it. Yeah, I'll be good to go to put on the fenders. Here's that other side. I use a little bit more adhesive on this side, so I'll need to do a lot more sanding here, but it's alright, it's not the end of the world. So all I need to do is sand them, paint my fender flares, and then we'll be good to go. Catch you guys next time.